What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another special episode of Chicago Bulls Central. I just wanted to go over some odds and ends in this video. We're going to be talking about Derrick Jones Jr. injury updates and how long he may possibly be out. The Bulls signing McKinnie to another 10-day contract, and also news that the NBA is going to be allowing for replacement players and how that contributes to the salary cap and all of that. We'll talk about that and more right after this. Okay, so first of all, I did drop a video earlier today, so if this is the first time you're seeing Chicago Bulls Central, if you want a more in-depth video on the Bulls game against the Los Angeles Lakers, go and check out my last upload before this one. But so with this one, I wanted to talk about, so shortly thereafter my last video, Derrick Jones Jr. injuries, apparently a hamstring injury. So this, as we saw with like Alex Caruso's hamstring injury, they decided to shut him down for a week. Now, this was the month of a bunch of other things going on, so I wouldn't be surprised if we don't have Derrick Jones Jr. for the next game tonight against the Houston Rockets, or maybe even pushing that to the Toronto game as well. I would not be surprised. Again, I'm not saying that may be the case. It may not be as severe of an injury to his hamstring where he feels more comfortable and more himself coming back earlier than that, but I did want to point that out, that we may be without Derrick Jones Jr. for a couple of games, and that's fine if it happens. The Bulls have you know, they show they have their next man up mentality and everything like that. So because of it, if we do miss out on Derrick Jones Jr., yes, it sucks. As you guys know, who've been watching me for a while, I've been one of the people calling for Derrick Jones Jr. to probably start at the power forward once everyone's healthy. So yeah, it sucks for anyone on this team to go down. But considering everything that we've been going through so far, and the fact that it's not a major injury, doesn't, as of right now, by what's released, has not projected at all to be something that's lingering or that keeps him out for a super extended amount of time. So because of all that, it's fine. It is what it is. Now, what I want to talk about, so the commissioner came out of the NBA and they have decided to allow for replacement players. So that means that when a player goes down with COVID, the NBA is going to allow them to replace that player with a new signing, and that signing is not going to go against the team's luxury tax or salary cap as a whole, long-term or anything like that. So we've already seen like them allow for, you know, hardship exceptions. This basically takes the replacement of that. It's also extending the time that two-way players can actually play in NBA games. They're extending that to 50 games they can play. There was a different limit on that prior to that, so that's extending the amount of time in NBA games that those players can play. But this goes to McKinnie, who played last night. A lot of people were impressed with the way that he played in his 17 minutes. Didn't shoot the ball too well, but a lot of the Bulls fans were impressed with him. The Bulls have now re-signed him to a second 10-day contract, and he's going to get to see what more, and especially now with Derrick Jones Jr. out tonight, more than likely to get us to take another look at him and to see everything he can do for this team. You know, you would probably expect for him just the amount that he was able to score in the G League for him to possibly shoot the ball better going forward. But again, he hasn't played very much with this team. To go 1-4 and 0-3 for 3-point range. We'll see if he can improve on that. His defense was solid and things like that. So he'll probably be getting more, especially if Derrick Jones Jr. does not play tonight. He'll probably be getting more like 20 to 22 minutes in this game today. So let me know what you guys think about McKinnie, his long-term projections on this team. There are some that are saying that instead of Matt Thomas being on the end of that bench, they would now like to see McKinnie be on the end of that bench as the season goes along. Let me know what you guys think about all that. Just wanted to provide a quick update on the things going on with the Bulls game. Again, we'll be doing a halftime hangout at halftime of the game against the Houston Rockets tonight, so check that out. It's all posted so you know what time that's going live. The time can fluctuate just depending on what time halftime actually starts, but we go live about 10-15 minutes. We have a great discussion during halftime, and then we will be having a live stream after game show tonight after the game against the Houston Rockets. So be prepared for all that content coming to the channel. You guys know I drop a lot of videos around here. But yeah, so let me know what you think about all the news above. What would you like to see the Bulls do, and who to play more in the absence of Derrick Jones Jr.? Let me know all that and more down below. Like I like to end every video on, go Bulls. Love you guys. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.